I'm just gonna chill out. Just fucking. Hey man, maybe have a couple. What the fuck is that thing on the couch? What thing on the couch? Hey, is that a cricket? What the fuck? Hey man, you serious? What the fuck? Yo, there's a cricket in your house. A cricket in my house? Yeah, yo. Sitting on the couch, a cricket in your house. Yo, a cricket in my house. What you gonna do? Yo, I gotta kick it out. Yo, there's a cricket in your house. I say a cricket in my house? Say man, sitting on your couch, a cricket in your house. A cricket in my house. So what you gonna do? Yo, I gotta kick it out. Hey little fella, what you doing here? You stumbled through my window, now you're sitting on my chair. Did you have a rough day, lying in the grass? Did that kookaburra try and bite you when you're out? Snap! Did you see the light on and thought you'd pay your visit? This is my home, bro. It ain't a place for crickets. Wouldn't you be comfortable sitting in a tree and sitting on my seat and listening to me? Besides, I don't have anything to eat. Nope. And you'll be making noises while I'm trying to get to sleep. Just chirpity chirp, just chirpity chirp. I'm afraid things might take a turn for the worst. Here, jump up in my arm. I'll escort you to the door, won't cause you any harm. Come on, you need to get your wings flapping. He flew up in the air but came back in. Now there's a cricket in my house. Yo, there's a cricket in your house. It's still there, yo. You gotta keep it out. There's a cricket in my house. Yo, there's a cricket in your house. Yo, what am I gonna do? Yo, you gotta keep it out. Said there's a cricket in my house. Fucking cricket in your house. I don't know, man. Yo, you gotta keep it out. Said there's a cricket in my house. Yo, there's a cricket in your house. Shit. Okay, so don't make me insist. I've tried to be nice, but you're taking the piss. Come on. I could've gone and grabbed that can of Mortine or my flatmate's song, your size 14 and splat. But I'm a lover, not a fighter. It ain't as though you're scary as that motherfucking spider that came last week. That sucker made me flip. I tried to catch him using that old cup and paper trick, but he escaped from it. So Mr. Cricket, you'll be doing backflips if you run into that arachnid. And I'm sure he'd love to meet you, although he kinda evil and he probably wanna eat you. I seen him yesterday and he was beefing with a beetle. If he see you, he will keep you in his web and beat you. So better be quiet. Wait, what? Why am I talking to a cricket? Yo, there's a cricket in the house. A cricket in the house. It's going, yo. There's a cricket in the house and there's a cricket. Fucking what the fuck?
Hello, and welcome to the show. Oh boy, sorry, one moment. My name is Aaron, and today we're going to be playing a game called Oh Dear. We're not going to be playing a game called Oh Dear, we're actually going to be playing a game called Horace. Now, I wasn't as prepared as I wanted to be for this at the start, so I'm currently opening up my Epic Games launcher. Because that's how I got this game. I got this game for free from Epic Games. I got a whole bunch of games for free from Epic Games. And I'm sure I'll play a few of them as we go through. I think I've even played a few of them already. I didn't even tell you guys that we played them already. So I'm gonna open this up now. Alrighty, let's get into it. Now, this is a 2D platforming game. It's essentially, as the title suggests, a love letter to Super Nintendo. And it's a game that was developed by 505 Games and released in 2019. So let's give this a check. Let's see what this is like. If the game is too loud, let me know. I can do something about that. I can do things about that. All right. This music is amazing. I love it. Claire de Lune? Is that what this is? Claire de Lune, I'm pretty sure? I think so. Oh, I'm just gonna turn this... No, I'll leave the volume where it is. I think it should be fine where it is. I was gonna turn it down a little bit, but I was like, no, it should be okay. Okay. Starting again. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's start this game. Why am I playing this game tonight? Because I want to. It's my channel, and I want it now. I'll return to some of the other games in the future at some point, but for now, I just want to play different games I want to play. Music. Guys, I'm in love. I love this classical music. I wonder if I have enough time to finish my coffee. Zap. Zap. Number 1. We're number 1. We're number 1. Dial-up internet? He's awake! He's alive! He's alive! What's with the get up? Are we radioactive or something? I don't understand. I don't get it. Ease up, guys. I'm important. I'm very important. Be careful with the box. Look at these graphics. Look at this. This looks amazing. I bet you this guy's a bad guy. Because he's smoking and he looks disheveled, so he's bad. I'm calling it right now. Are you gonna answer it? He doesn't care. This guy's really upset. He's like, why do I always have to answer the door? Am I the butler? Hey look, it's us. Here we are. Oh, it's live, it's live. We can look up. Oh, nice, look, we have a family. We have a new family waiting for us. Hello, family. My name is Horace, I guess. That's what it says in the box.
And so, I was born. The first people I remember seeing were the old man, the old lady, and their daughter, Heather. After they'd said hello, the old man powered me down so he could install some software.
The Last Ninja?
I could tell they were nice people. The old man didn't give me a silly voice or stupid personality. And the old lady didn't dress me like a clown. Although for some reason, Heather really didn't like me. Once I'd had time to get used to walking, the old man asked me to dash from one end of the room to the other.
What a great start to a video game, right? And so, I was born. Oh, listen to that. This is great. I love it already. I can dash. I can do whatever the hell you want me to do. Whee!
Next, the old man spent a couple of hours building some wooden platforms. He said he wanted me to jump up them, but I must admit, I was scared.
You want me to jump?
It wasn't until I saw Heather and her mother happily climbing up them that I decided it might be okay.
I'm very cheap-eared. I don't know why. Look, I can do more than whatever you want me to do. I am amazing!
The old man then rearranged the platforms. He told me to try to reach the other end of the room without touching the floor. Heather said the floor's made of lava, but when I smiled at her, she just frowned and looked away. The old lady arranged some pillows and blankets. She said it was in case I fell, but I think she just wanted it to look more like lava.
So do I act it up if I die? And let's have a look. Oh no, we died from the lava. Alright. You know what, we learned a lesson here. We don't need to do that again.
When I reached the other side, the old man just smiled and said, "That'll do, for now."
That'll do, pig. That'll do. That'll do. Begin! Be bold and venture to be wise. That was by Quintus Horatius Flaccus. Old Flaccus. He was a wise fella. I don't know who he is. Oh look, it's snowy time. Isn't that wonderful? I wish we had snow in Australia. But we do have snow in Australia. I wish I had snow in the town where I live. I want snow. I've never seen snow.
A couple of days after those first lessons, the family had a big meal, and I was introduced to everyone else. The professor was the old man's brother. He was very quiet, and always seemed to just kind of stare at me. He had lived with the old man for 5 years. The house was so huge they barely saw each other. He preferred instead to stay in his room, leaving everything up to his butler,
That butler
Mr.
is
Deck,
Mr. Deck.
as he
He's
insisted
always
everyone
angry.
call him, although the professor always called him Andon.
Andon?
For a while, he called me
sounds
the
funny.
yellow bastard, but the old man made him stop, as he thought it sounded racist. Mr.
Don't
Silton
do
was
that.
the old man's driver. Before he worked here, he'd gotten in with some bad people and was
Oh,
the
boy.
driver in a post office robbery, although it all went
Robbery.
wrong for some reason. Mr. Silton showed me a video of his band. I'm sure some people must like it, but I just found it terrifying.
Scares me. Oh boy.
Then there was Alice. She was the cook.
Alice.
She was a nice
Alice.
old lady.
Who
When
the
she
heck
was
is Alice?
younger, she had been a TV chef. Then, years later, she had a small part in Coronation Street.
Oh, nice.
Mr. Silton said, before she worked for the old man, Alice was quite a hoarder. She kept old newspapers and bicycles. And something about a poo in a shoebox.
A poo in the shoebox. Alright. Hey, we all have our kinks.
The next morning, the old man gathered everyone together to show them what I was capable of. What else does he do? Asked Mr. Silton.
What else is
The
there?
old man smiled. He
So
can
many
help
pixels.
around the house. Could he help
Oh,
me
boy.
with my newspaper collecting? Asked Alice. I'm not sure that's a good idea, said the old lady, but he can do all sorts of jobs. Yeah, said Mr. Silton, shove a stick up his ass and he can do Deck's job. Now, said the old man, we have company, pointing
Deck
to
did
some
not enjoy that
important-looking
joke.
people. Two large men, both
Time.
called Gary, set up what
Gary.
the old man referred to
Gary?
as lasers. He said again, I should try to get from one end of the room to the other, but I shouldn't be worried, as I had a special chip which meant no matter how
Lazarus.
damaged I was,
Nice.
I
Infinite.
couldn't die. He said it
Instant.
was like
Nice.
infinite lives in a video game. But when he realized I didn't understand, he said he would explain another time.
That sounds good. Sounds good. I don't understand this video game. What does that mean? Go, 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 go! Oh, okay. Oh, I died! I was trying to be too quick. I'm still trying to be too quick. I'll slow my roll a bit. There you go. Let's go! Haha! Everyone
Everybody
was very
clapped,
impressed.
except the important-looking men.
Well, not everyone was impressed.
Not exactly a cold, calculated killer, is it? Said the man in black. The man in grey laughed. What kind of artificial intelligence was that? He asked.
Stupid one.
Move right, unless there's something in the way. Okay, said the old man. He turned to
I
me
should
and
laugh with my
whispered,
shoulders
they're
more."
going to make it quite a bit tougher. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
Alright, old man, if you say so, I guess I have nothing but complete faith in you. Duck! Jump! Duck! Jump! Go! Let's go! Up! Oh, well, what's this way? Nothing! Boxes! Well then, let's keep going this way. Okay, so far, so good. Oh! Risky business! Risky business! Are we going this way? Yeah, this must be the way that we're going. One end to the room to the
The
other.
Garys
There you
then
go.
rearranged the room one last time. The
All
old
right,
man
Garys.
smiled. Now, there's no need to look so glum, he said. I'm still happy with everything you've done today.
Oh, thank
So
you.
this time, I was determined to do him proud.
I'll make you proud, old man. I don't know your name, but I'll make you proud. I'm guessing that the trick here is the, Whoa! I didn't make him proud. Is the smaller jumps that you do. I know it's there. Okay. Wait for it. Go! Oh, I did it, guys. Small jumps. Small jumps. Small jumps. And then down. Oh, look at that. Look at that old man. Did I
The
do you
old
proud?
man's friends actually seemed quite happy when I made it through.
Clap,
We
clap,
might
clap,
have
clap,
a winner after all,
We have a
said the
winner.
man in black. It's no Killbot 3000, but you can almost see the fire in its eyes.
Almost.
A couple of days later, the old lady said she had a surprise for me. My own room.
Oh,
She also wanted
you.
to play me some music. I wasn't sure after what Mr. Silton had shown me.
Oh, he loves classical music. I enjoy classical music too. I know it's not for everyone, but I really enjoy it.
As if music wasn't amazing enough, the old lady then bought me a television set.
An old one.
I
'cause we
couldn't
saw
believe
that.
what I saw.
There's
I
good
watched
ones around.
everything I could. Comedy, drama, horror, sci-fi. Anything
You saw it all.
anyone wanted to watch I would happily watch with them. Then one day, the old man set up a small box. He plugged some
internet?
cables into the television
no, it's
and
going
said,
into TV.
"This is what I meant
Oh, video games.
when I said video games."
Nice. Yes! Look at that!
I played
Oh.
games at every chance I could. I took on everyone. I was unstoppable. I had enjoyed music, film, and television, but to me, video games really were the highest art form.
Probably. Ba, 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 ba. Table tennis. Do. Let's go. Is it coming my way? I'm gonna win. No, I almost screwed it up. I almost screwed the pooch. Oh, this is exhilarating. Why don't I just play this game all the time? Wait, let me win! Stop hitting the ball back! Number one to me. Number two! It's the final chance, man. Are you gonna get it? Or am I gonna get it? Haha. This is it. This is what we'll play from now on. Just this. This is gonna be my new channel.
Heather's birthday was a couple of months later. Her mum and dad
I'm
had
taking
bought
up
her
the
a camera
text.
and arranged a day up by the sea so
Wait,
that
there's
Heather
some
could take some photos.
photos.
Although I really don't think she wanted any pictures of me. When the old man asked the professor if he wanted to go,
Do you want to
he
go,
frowned and
Professor?
said, "I can't believe you want to spend time with that thing. It could destroy the world." I wasn't sure what he meant, but the old man just smiled and said, "That's what you said about the Game Boy. Anton, how about you?"
Anton.
"I don't think so,"
His name is Mr.
said
Deck.
Mr. Deck. "The last time I got in that car, Barry crashed us into a branch of Woolworths.
Woolworths.
I
We
never
have a
would have
Woolworths in
gone into
Australia.
Woolworths of my own accord." The old man explained that the car was old and the brakes had failed, but Mr. Deck was having none of it. So
Wow.
Mr. Silton drove, and Alice came along for the fresh air.
It's a full car. I don't think you could come along anyway. Well, I think Alice came
I
along
enjoyed
to drive,
being
so-
outside. Although, the old lady kept telling me to be careful of the rickety old walkways. It felt like she was telling me off, but I think she was just concerned.
Hey, old man, are you okay? Are you happy? Are you a happy, chappy old man?
As the old man and I stood on the cliff tops, I could see something in the distance. I
I'm in love
wasn't
with this
sure
game
what
already.
it was, so I asked the old man. He said
is
it was
it?
a battleship that had sunk in the 1940s,
Oh,
but he looked so sad when he spoke about war.
poor old man. We don't even know his name.
I didn't see what happened, but the metal platform Heather was climbing on had
Oh,
collapsed.
Damn.
She was safe, even if the rocks she was on looked very dangerous.
Oh, goddamn.
The tide was rising, and we didn't
Oh,
know
damn.
how long the Coast Guard was going to be,
Oh,
so I
damn.
offered to climb down and get
I'll
her.
go get him.
The old
Just
man
climb down.
agreed, but said I should be careful, as Heather doesn't have infinite lives, like I do.
Okay. Well then, I guess I'll be quick. Run, run, run! Run! Easy when you know how. Excellent. Not a challenge. Whoa, that's a bit of a challenge. What happened there?
Heather was unconscious, and her leg was broken. So I picked her up as gently as I could. I decided it would be best if I didn't run the rest of the way.
I'm guessing we can't run anyway. Okay. Oh boy, I almost jumped into the abyss. Oh. I can't imagine this jumping is going to go through either. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's the best way to keep people safe. Let's go this way. Alright, let's leave them. Alright.
An ambulance had arrived by the time I had made it back to the cliff top. The medics made sure Heather was okay, and then took her off to hospital. A few days later, we all went to see how she was doing. She was fine, but will have to wear the cast for a couple of months.
Well, that's embarrassing. Oh, she loves me! Well, Horace, she loves Horace. Everyone was happy. Robot saves local girl, not as important. Mechanical man to the rescue. Are you thinking too much? Hero, robot. Hero bot. Smaller font. Eligible, expert, something, save. Hero robot. Hero bot. I'm the hero bot. I'm really upset about this. So, is the old lady Heather's mother?
Once Heather got to know me, we became good friends. We enjoyed the same films and TV. She was also annoyingly good at some of my favorite games. After a while, she became very interested in how I worked. Soon she knew as much about me as the old man did, if not more.
Hey, look.
We spent the next couple of months visiting other countries, as when it came to teaching me things, the old man always liked to pick interesting locations.
What kind of things were
He
being
had
taught?
explained the basics of mathematics to me at the Great Pyramid of Egypt.
Wouldn't we already know this?
Taught me history in the dead of night, surrounded by mysterious giant stones.
Oh, look, it's Stonehenge. Stonehenge?
And even showed me science in action high up in a hot air balloon.
Watch out, Barry.
This is why I was surprised when the old man took me to a restaurant. It was nice, but it seemed very somber compared to the previous grand locations. He said he just wanted to chat, and this was nice and quiet. Plus it was his favorite place to eat. We talked about life, the universe, Douglas Adams, everything
nice.
Really. When I asked him why were we here, why did we exist, he just smiled and said, life is like a game, don't expect to be finished anytime soon. When I looked puzzled, he said, well, everyone should have a purpose. So I asked him, what's my purpose? He thought for a bit, then said, so you want to be a real boy?
I'm a real boy.
Which just confused me even more. Eventually the old man said, for now, I want you to help clean things around the house. I must have looked unimpressed, as he then said,
ungrateful.
Okay, I want you to clean 1,000,000 things. It didn't sound like the meaning of life, but I suppose you've got to start somewhere.
I suppose so, Horace. I suppose you make a pretty good point, my friend. A man can't have everything. Where would you put it? Terrence Allen Spike Milligan. Learning my purpose. Learning my goddamn
The next day, the old man said he wanted to install some more software, so he powered me down. When I came to, he said Mr. Silton had a joke for me, and that I should pull his finger.
Oh no, we're gonna rip his finger off?
I don't think I got the joke.
Oh, thank God.
So the old man powered me down again. This time when I pulled Mr. Silton's finger, I got the joke. But it wasn't very funny.
I love this game.
The old man then explained that he had installed a special chip which allowed me to clean away anything that was broken.
Nice.
He said it also tells me how many things are nearby.
Right.
And how many smaller things are in a bigger thing.
Right.
It all sounded very complicated. But he said all I really had to do was pause, and
Just
it
take
would
a
bring
break.
up all the information I needed.
What would we do
He
there?
then said he wanted me to find and clean all of the items in the room. He told me there would be some chains to climb, but that would be nice and easy, as I just had to press up.
Okay.
He
nice.
then finished by saying, when I had collected all the items, I should come back here.
Okay, so I'm guessing there's items in here because that's new. Cleaning training, 0 junk total. There's 135 junk here. 2 Lazarus revives? No, we got like, oh, it's in the corner there. You can't see where it has like the this there, the number 2 that says Lazarus revives. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, maybe it's like chapter 2. But this didn't say if there's anything in here. Even though there's clearly things in here. Alright. Now there's stuff in here, right? Is it gonna tell us... No, it doesn't tell us anything. Unless that's what the... No, it was, we had a lot more than 2. It was like 10? Yeah, that's like... Well, that was, what, 6? Let's get a good total. Oh, we only got like 19. Alright, I did see the rope over there, but we'll go this way first, since there's stuff over here. Hey guys! It's me! Horace! Oh, I was getting more. It just takes a while. It just takes a while. Where can we go? Oh, Jesus. Oh no, I'm doing a terrible job. Hold up, hold up. This robot isn't very good. It's amazing! Alright. Oh, so I'm guessing this is where we, look at this! Oh, this is a mechanic that I just discovered. Woohoo! That was cool. I enjoyed that. Okay, I'll take these things. Oi, I was... Whoa! That wasn't very nice. Old man, why would you do that to me? What is wrong with you? What is your major malfunction? Is he trying to kill me? I guess I can't be killed, can I? Got it. Picked up a car. I don't know where I put it. Oh, come on. I was still climbing. I wonder if this has, like, better... Oh, yeah, it looks like it does. It has a lot better. A lot better, like, swinging mobility.
The old man then asked the old lady Heather and I to follow him outside. I was happy to, as it was a lovely hot day.
A lovely hot day. Sounds like Australia.
The old man said he was worried that Alice had been calling again. She had filled up a small barn with old bicycles and newspapers.
Uh-oh.
Heather said this would be a perfect chance to
take
properly
her stuff
test
without
my new
asking her.
powers. The old man thought for a second, then said, using the stepto chip, I should find and clean at least 300 things.
300 things!
When we explained to Alice what we wanted
She
to
has
do,
been told
she
that.
seemed scared.
Yeah, I mean, that makes
But
sense.
after the old lady kindly explained that, well,
We could still
the
do...
barn was starting to smell, she said it would be okay.
I guess so.
One last thing,
Hey, that's
said
pretty
the
big
old
of her.
man. If you want to use a door, just push up. When I was about to enter the old barn, Mr. Silton said he had seen some mushrooms growing inside. He asked me to give him any that I found. He then winked, but I wasn't sure why.
Why did he wink? Alright, so can we go this way? I mean, technically. Can we jump on this one? I mean, technically not. Alright, let's go pick up some junk. Oh, I almost had it. How am I supposed to jump up there? I'm guessing I'm gonna go through these doors. Okay. Well then. Wait, oh, I was still going game. Can we do a... I don't think we can. I was gonna say, can we do like a slide and then go on there? Apparently not. Oh, we got the jump! Oh, in that area. Up! Let's go in here. Oh look, we're picking up the mushrooms for old mate Stilton. I love the music in this game. They did an amazing job. One more room. Well, I just died. Damn it. I gotta stop dying, hey. Well, I mean, I guess it's okay. We do have infinite lives, as the old man said. Still, it'd be a good idea to... No, don't get me! Jiminy Jillikers. Is that all the junk? I think that is all the junk, right? Okay, excellent.
The old man was very happy with everything that I had cleaned. But I think Mr. Silton was even more happy with his mushrooms.
You sus fella, Mr. Stilton. You sus fella. Different strokes, different folks, I guess. It's a new season.
It wasn't the days getting shorter, or the evenings getting colder. It was the falling leaves that really made me feel sad.
This robot feels sad. That is sad.
As we watched the trees blowing in the breeze, the old lady said, "The leaves must fall before the blossom comes." She had already explained the seasons to me, so for once, I actually understood. But it didn't make me feel any better.
Season.
The old lady obviously had enough of my moping, and said, "Right, next week we're going to have a party." For some reason she insisted that we were all going to wear costumes. Heather was very excited and said, "I've got some perfect ideas."
Old Horace, he does a better job at doing voices than me. Absolutely. If only I could have the same inflection as Horace. Halloween! Party! Halloween party! Okay, cool. This is our costume, that's what they call it. 7 PM to who knows when?
It was terrifying. Everyone was dressed like someone else. I think I was meant to be some kind of pumpkin, as everyone kept shouting, "It's the Great Pumpkin." Still, at least Mr. Silton was having fun telling everyone his joke.
Goddamn Mr. Stilton.
And I suppose Heather's costume was quite flattering.
Is that like a Minecraft outfit? Kind of reminds me of like the
After what seemed like forever, everybody left, and things got back to normal.
Minecraft.
Heather was allowed to watch a scary film before she went to bed, but I had to help Alice and Mr. Deck clean up. I wasn't happy about this, but the old man said if I was quick, then I could watch the end of the film with them.
"Coming to get you, Barbara." That's what the TV said, I'm not just being weird.
Alice was vacuuming, and Mr. Deck was taking down the decorations. So I thought I should clean up the plates and glasses.
Oh, I missed some of them. Okay, let's go. I got them all. Can we go in here? It wasn't me.
The ear-splitting sound was a fire alarm. As usual, Mr. Deck blamed Mr. Silton, saying he was probably smoking one of his jazz cigarettes.
Jazz cigarettes.
But then the professor appeared. He said that there was something burning in the kitchen.
Alice, is
Alice
that
looked
you?
confused,
Oh, it wasn't
saying
Alice.
that she hadn't cooked anything since the morning. We were all surprised when Mr. Deck opened the oven. Inside
What was
was
in
a
it?
large
Oh,
black
I see.
cloak and a slightly burnt pair of men's underwear. Suddenly the old lady burst in. She looked terrified. She kept shouting, "There's someone on the roof."
There's someone on the roof.
When we went outside, it slowly became obvious that it was Mr. Silton. He was completely naked and playing his
He's pretty good
guitar.
at the guitar.
He shouted down, "When I finish this song, I'm going to fly." The old lady said, "Oh my God, I know this one. There's only about
30 seconds.
30
Don't tell me
seconds
this is a
left."
time defense.
The old man then quickly turned to me and said,
Oh no,
"You know
this is
what
a
to
time
do."
defense. Okay, let's go. Okay. Alright. Rock music is happening here. Oh nice, doing a pretty good job. Over to here.
By the
we got
time
him.
I
Oh,
had
we got
made
him
it
done.
up to the roof, Mr. Silton was beside the edge.
Oh
I
boy.
tried to calm him down,
Calm
but
down,
he was
sir.
acting even
Calm
more
down.
bizarre than usual.
Oh, sees me as a monster. Calm down, my friend. Calm down. Robot saves local idiot. Herobot saves again. Android and hero.
After an hour or so,
Technically not
Mr.
an android,
Silton
right?
was fine. He said he had eaten some bad magic mushrooms.
Where'd you get that from?
Part of me wondered why he hadn't doubled in size.
Of course, he loves video games.
Still, he was soon
Mario.
laughing and joking with the paramedics. One of them said he looked like the world's worst clown. I don't think Mr. Silton liked that, so he told his own joke. But that just made the other paramedic call him Marshmallow Marceau. I don't think he liked that either, but at least he was still in one piece.
Yeah, man, you're still alive. Be grateful. Be grateful for what you got. Oh no.
A month
Well.
or so later, Heather and I were playing video games
Last
when the
adventure.
old man said he wanted me to come outside. He said it had been a year since I had arrived, so
A
he
year?
had a
Only a
present
year.
for me.
Oh, we got a teddy bear.
He placed the teddy bear high up on a wooden platform. He then told me I should try to pick it up.
Alright, man, you... Oh man, why are you so rude? How did you get it up there? I have to jump higher than you, old man. Surely. Hold on, I can't go through the door. What's your game, old man?
Try as I might, I couldn't reach the teddy bear. However, I still don't understand what happened next.
Oh. Oh no! Horace is just smiling, looking at him as he falls down. Oh no! This is sad. What's he doing with his head? Whoa! Whoa, Horace! Horace, what are you doing, man? Whoa! I think he understands. I think he gets it. Oh no, he's dead. You can tell because they wrapped him up. Oh, that's terrible. Why'd you grab? Oh, she's reading Pinocchio because I'm trying to be a real boy. Mr. Silton, what are you doing, man? Oh, you want me to pull your finger? I'm sorry, bro. I'm too sad. Oh, Mr. Silton, Barry, my bro. Hey, look, it's Alice. Is she trying to tempt me to take it? Is that what she's trying to do? It's like, well, if you're not having it, I'll take it. Oh, it's the professor. Oh, he's sad as well. He lost his brother, goddammit. That's really sad. Is he picking up the hat? Is he putting the hat on top of me? Oh no, it's the old lady. I didn't even get to know the old man's name. I don't know the old lady's name. I know everyone else's name, but the old man and the old lady. I don't know who these guys are. Oh, I see. Why don't we have the password? Whoa! Whoa, guys, cool your jet. Cool your jet. Whoa! Aww. Is that the Garys taking them away? Maybe you have a try. Jeez. Oh no, it's the funeral for the old man. Maybe you'd like to have a go, sir. Did I wake up? Why'd they just beat me up? What's the point of that? Why would they beat the hell out of me? Well, it's like trying to wake me back up. That's not how you wake people up. I guess I'm not a person, per se. It's sad. It's really sad. I don't even know his name. Oh look, I'm also laying down. You know, where me and the old man, we have a lot in common. System shut down completely. Oh. This game is really sad. Can we move? No, it's a cutscene still. Alright, okay. Oh, this is signifying time passing, I get it. It's like the sun rises, the sun sets. You can't explain that. What's he doing? What's in his brain? I can't see any shapes or anything. I mean, I can kind of see a 3D shape there. Okay. It's like some sort of camera, I guess. Oh look, it's a compass with a whole bunch of... This looks great. This is great. I love this game. It's the, Eagle's Eye, Hawk's Eye? I don't know. That's some sort of nebula. Hey look, it's the Earth. That's probably the best graphics this game has had so far, right? I think? Well, we did have, table tennis for 2. What is happening here? Right. I said... Oh, damn. Oh, damn. This game is amazing. This is a big old cutscene. Oh, here we go. Oh, nice. This is like emulating those sorts of... Copying, emulating the graphics that you see on the old Super Nintendo. Like F-Zero, and you know, the whole 3D on a flat plane.
Was I dead?
Is this
heaven? It sort of looked like the basement bathroom.
It has to be heaven. Okay.
It was the shoes the old man was going to give me.
Okay, cool.
I thought I might as well put them on.
Might as well.
They were just
They were
the
for
right
me.
size. The old
I'll take the
man's
hat
hat
as well.
fit me pretty good as well. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I wore it.
Okay. Let's go. Nothing is beautiful from every point of view. From Quintus Horatio Flaccus. Hey, it's old Flaccus again. I don't know who Flaccus is. We can't jump that.
Amazingly,
Whoa!
the shoes allowed me to defy gravity.
I
Or
like
maybe
the,
it was a hat.
I like the effect that's happening with the tie. So does that mean that if we go like this? No, wait. So like that, and then if we let's go to the top. There you go. So we can do it from every angle. Whoa! Okay, no fall damage, which is nice. Hold up, let's do this the quick way. Whoa! Alright. This is cool! I love this already.
Part of the basement was flooded, and the stairs had collapsed.
Okay.
I
Well, we
didn't
can't
know
go through
what
the
was
water.
going on, but I knew I wanted to get back upstairs. The gate was
Okay.
locked. I would need a key to open it.
Okay, well then I guess
I
I'll
had
find
to
a
be
key.
careful. The electricity was going haywire in some places.
He spray painted this to tell me where to go. I don't get it. Okay, I think I see what we're gonna do here. I get it. I get it. You know what? We should be able. Oh no, we can't jump from there because that's just gonna kill us. Okay, let's go in. Let's go in. Let's keep going. So, gotta go here, but then we gotta go down. Whoa! Aha, game! I beat you at your own game. Let's go in.
How long had I been asleep? Months? Years? I was so
Oh.
confused. Where had everybody gone?
What are these statues all about? I mean, I guess they're always there, right? We can't go this way? Fine, fine, not a problem. Let's just go outside.
I was slightly scared. This was the first time I had been outside on my own.
Wow, that would be scary. I was late. Pardon me, I was late, guys. I was late. Whole bunch of places that we can go. Okay.
I knew what I had to do. This had to be my purpose. I would clean a million things, so I could become a real boy.
A real boy.
Whatever
so
that
he does
meant.
want to be- Okay. So he doesn't even know. Oh, the music! Claire the Loon again? Am I wrong? What is this song? Alright, we'll get up there. Shouldn't be too difficult. You know what? We'll just clear the floor first. So we'll get all this. We need to get a million things. It's going to take us a while. How much do we have? 3,000 pieces of junk so far. Well, we've got a fair bit to go still. Got a fair bit more to go. I hear some screaming. I'll get to those guys soon. Not quite an urgent situation at this point. It's more urgent for me to become a real boy. Oh boy. Is it evil of me to ignore the cries of those people? Okay, go over here. Oh, we can jump pretty far. But we can't jump very high. Ah, so no! I knew what to do. I knew what to do. You go here, and you go, ha! There you go. Excellent. So, I do have a question. What happens to us if we... Because clearly we can just, drop pretty easily. So what happens if we go here and we drop into the sky? Okay, so you just go out to space. How can we survive that? We can't, unless they clone us. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Anything on the roof? Oh yeah, there's a bottle on the roof. Okay, so let's see if we can jump over here. Ah ha ha! That's how you do it. That's how you do it. So this is kind of like Gravity Rush. Second time I've mentioned Gravity Rush in this stream. I enjoy the game a lot. Anything over here? No. Well, there's lots of junk over here. Alright, we'll go into the rooms and so on, everything. But first, we just need to collect everything. That's what we're here for. We're here to collect. Nice. Okay. Jump to the floor. Pick up this junk. Thank you. Okay, I know what we can do here. Let's go like this, and let's go like this. Oh wow, we landed nicely. Is there another thing for us to go to? Nope. Nothing else for us to do there. Okay, and I think we've probably done everything here, right? Let's have a quick look. It's not what I meant to do. Oh! Interesting. Hey, look at all these bullet holes here. What's that all about? I feel like we're missing some exposition. Okay, so we've gotten all of this junk. Maybe we should go help those people. Maybe that's the thing that we should do. Although, yeah, alright, we'll help these people first. There's some junk over there that we can grab. No, 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 no! Okay, I thought I almost screwed the pooch. Well, that was a big one. Alright, I better save these people. They are calling for help. I swear we'll go there. Alright, let's go. Let's
The
save these
screaming
people.
was coming from one of the bedrooms, but the stairs were blocked by a wall of fire.
Okay, got them. Going into the door. Into this door. Into the final door. No. 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 Okay. I guess we're just going this way.
The people screaming turned out to be a man, a woman, and their children. They were confused and terrified.
How
At
did this
first the
happen?
man looked like he was ready to fight me,
Oh, calm down,
but
sir.
after I convinced them that I was there to help,
I am
he
here
calmed
to
down.
help.
There was no way I could carry them all at once, so the children went first.
I feel like I probably could. You know, I can pick up a car. I have to assume that picking up, you know...
I dropped the children off at the
4
front
people.
door and
Has to be less
promised
than
them
a
that
car.
I would be back with their parents.
That's a bad situation. What happened here? Okay, so we can go in this room. We can't go into the normal bedroom. Oh, look at this. Right, sir.
The
Madame,
fire was
I'm here to
getting
help.
much worse, so the woman went next.
We can still jump really good, even though we have a full-grown woman. Me in here. Oh, nice. Excellent. I can't run with her, unfortunately. Nice.
When
Away
we
we
got to
go.
the front door, all the woman said was, "Thank you. Please hurry."
Alright. Alright, let's go. Can't go that way. I guess we'll go this way. Where are we going here? Oh, I see. I get it. I understand. Alright. Oh no.
By
he's
the
down for
time I
count.
managed to get back, the man
Oh,
was
no.
unconscious. I had to pick him up quickly, as I could tell the house was going to collapse at any moment.
It shouldn't take that much effort to pick him up, man. Pick up cars on the rig. Oh, I can't jump very much. This guy's a bit heavy. Alright. Fine. I guess that seems fair. He's a fair bit heavier than his missus. Okay, we'll go through. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no, that's terrible. Did we all die? This is the end of the game. I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think they'd end the game like this. Although they could. They could end the game like this. Like, no, you shouldn't have saved the old man. The large man. The large man's okay. Oh, I'm okay too. Well, can I I say except you're welcome?
I helped the family set up a tent so
Oh,
they
real
had somewhere
pro.
to stay. The kids were excited as they got to camp outside, but I think they knew they had just lost their
Oh,
home.
that's sad.
When I mentioned my quest to clean a million things, the man said I should look through the rubble of the house, as they had no use for it. So, when everyone was making dinner, I looked through the wreckage. There wasn't anything I could clean, but to my astonishment, I found a TV set and a games console.
Oh, he loves those.
With a bit of fiddling I was able to get them to work. So
Nice.
I sat playing games with the kids until their parents said it was bedtime. As we
Bed.
talked, the man opened a bottle of wine. I asked what had happened, why was everything so ruined? The man looked at the woman, then the woman sighed and said, "There was a war."
Oh,
Yes.
I see.
"A war," said the
Wow.
man.
War changes.
One side of the planet attacked
Right.
the other, and before we knew,
Robots. Oh,
it
robots.
was all over.
We can retaliate.
Everything
we can Just
gone.
fucking run.
Everything
oh, goddamn, get out.
destroyed.
Leave all majors this. Goddamn, that's terrible. Goddamn.
Well, it's late.
They said
said
something
the
about
woman.
robots.
We should really get some sleep. Help yourself to anything you need, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Alright. Fine. Can do. You got it. Just have a little nap.
In the morning, I asked the man if he knew what had caused the fire that
Yeah,
had
man, what
destroyed
happened to
their
the-
house.
what caused
The
that
man
fire?
smiled. Crap old house, bad wiring, constant
God, look at the
electrical surges
background,
from the
jeez.
unreliable power plant.
I
Take
think
your
I know
pick.
what happened. Wow, that kid
He said,
destroyed
if we
his
had the
family
money,
home.
we'd move to the mainland. But we can barely feed ourselves, let alone buy a new house.
So what are they gonna
for
do?
now we're left here with the rest of the scum.
Oh, jeez.
But he did say I should head to the mainland, as there would be plenty there for me to clean, and a
Nice.
better quality of rubbish.
Nice.
The man
He just
said,
laughed and-
before the war, my lovely wife used to be a fisherman. Fisherwoman? Fishing person? I used to catch fish, interrupted the woman, and, seeing as you saved us all from the fiery end, maybe you would like to borrow my boat to get
Maybe
to
I
the
would.
mainland. I was a little scared, but then they gave me some captain software, and I was an old salty sea dog within minutes.
Alright, so that's the family taken care of. Can I go back to see the family? I can't go indoors to the family. Oh, okay. No worries. Hey, that looks familiar. Who the hell's that? That looks like the, Deck. Mr. Deck. Alright, so there's a few other doors that we can go to that I remember seeing. Whoa! Well, that's a good way to, traverse, as it were. Here's a door.
I was surprised to see an old man, but not as surprised as he was. It turned out he was blind.
Oh,
He was kneeling on the floor with his hand in a drain. When I asked him what he was doing,
What are you doing,
he said
sir?
his cat had crawled into the pipes,
Oh,
and he
goddamn.
was trying to get her
Goddamn.
out. He was very happy when I offered to help. He
can
said there
help.
was no way we could reach her from here, so if I was willing, I could make my way through the sewers and get her from the other end. He said he would turn off the water for as long as possible, but I would have to run, as the pipes
Damn.
would soon fill up again.
goddamn, that's
I
dangerous.
happily agreed. So
Happily
he
agree.
gave me a key. He said this will open all the sewer gates. Go through here, then down the ladder, and through the big
I don't know
door
how
at the
happy I'm
bottom.
about this. Hey, look, rubbish. I'll take your rubbish, sir. I'm all about the rubbish. Can I? Okay. Oh, okay, sweet. Excellent. I'll take this bag. I'll take a book as well. You don't want books, do you, sir? I don't think so. Alright. No entry. Okay, so we'll go into here.
I better run.
Oh jeez! I've got junk to collect though. My bad guys, I just died. Maybe I should stick to the ceiling a bit more. Okay, so we got all. Here we go. stuff to collect though. Oh damn. Well, it's a good thing though. Maybe I can be quick. Yes. Okay. Well, that was a bit of a failure. A little bit of a failure. I'm making progress in terms of grabbing all this junk. Down we go. Oh, I got everything now. I can just make a run for it now. Just make a run for it. Got it. Oi! Can I come up here anyway? I think I might need to get some more boots in order to get all that. Okay. Fine. I'll come back later when I... Oh yeah! Oh no, I made a mistake. Hold on. I know what to do. You know, we do have as much fun as we need. So we can just take it easy. Okay, run, 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 run. No, there's a bike here! Oh, damn. Fine. I need the bike. I need to collect as much junk as I possibly can. Boing. Boing. Okay.
I found the old man's cat. She was fine, if a little confused.
She was fine. A little bit confused.
I was horrified. It looked like me, but it shambled around like something from the film we watched on
Can we jump on
Halloween.
it? Nope. Can't do that. He's a bit faster. I was shambling around like that when I first became a robot. I was like, oh, he's alive, he's alive. He's putting a billy on.
The man was
what's wrong
happy
with
to
that?
have his cat back. He looked so content with her sat on his lap. I told him about the thing I saw, but he just laughed and said, "Those bastard robots, they're always getting up through the pipes. Don't worry though, it'll never get through the big doors. If I had my way, we'd have blown up the lot of them when we had the chance."
Sounds like he doesn't like robots.
I wasn't sure what he meant, but I decided now wouldn't be the best time to tell
I think
him
he
I
knows
was a
if you've
robot.
spoken to him.
The man laughed and said, "Don't worry, I know who you are,"
Okay.
and told me
Right.
that he knew the old man.
Oh, you knew the old man. What was his name? Tell me the old man's name. I just want to know his name. Actually, we don't know the professor either. We just call him the professor.
As we chatted, the man brewed himself some tea. He said that he had worked for the old man. In fact, he had lost his sight in one of the old man's factories.
Oh, damn.
Strangely, he smiled at this thought. "He always did me right," he said. "When I had my accident, the old man said he would look after me. And he did.
Right.
He always made sure I had enough money, and he let me move into this old pumping station on his land. Which reminds me, I have something here for you." He
What do you
rummaged
have?
around behind a cupboard. Then he continued saying, "The old man wanted you to have
Atlas
this when you
gloves.
were old enough,
Cool,
but
sweet.
fate wouldn't allow it." He passed me a large box.
When I was old
It was
enough.
empty.
Interesting.
I thought about pretending to be excited,
Oh,
but
an
the man
empty
said,
box.
"Wait a minute. It's empty, isn't it?"
I guess
He
I'm
slumped
afraid so.
back in his chair.
Oh, old
"I
man,
was
it's okay.
robbed a few
Oh,
months
no.
ago," he said, almost in a whisper.
That's terrible.
"It's strange. They took practically anything metal, but left loads of food and a brand new saxophone."
Damn.
The man looked sad, so I thought I would try to change the subject.
It's a nice box.
I told him about my quest to clean a million things. This at least made him smile.
Oh, nice.
He said I was welcome to go back through the pipes anytime I wanted, as
Yeah,
there
there are
were
some
loads
things
of
that we
old
need.
things in there that could be cleaned away.
I'm guessing that it's a bit like a Metroidvania where, you know, as we unlock skills and so on, we can go back and grab a whole bunch of stuff. So, there was also a chapel or something back here. Rubbish! I mean, not rubbish. Important junk. They call it junk, don't they? Not rubbish. Hey, they do call it junk. Now, I believe a lot of things, but as it turns out, we can't go through that way because we can't. So, we should be able to go in here. Hey, look at that, we can. Oh, more of these jerks. You can tell because they have their shambling selves. Okay. Bet they can't do this. Okay. Go! Go through here. Interesting.
The gate was locked. I would need a key to open it.
Why can't I climb
The
onto
gate
the
was
wall?
locked.
No, I know, I
I
get
would
it.
need a key to open it.
I get it, Horace. I can't go into it, but can you at least tell me why I can't climb onto the wall? What makes these walls and, you know, roofs more important? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. I love the sound that we make when we jump. Oh, I love this mechanic. It's great. And that is everything. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll take a bit of a shortcut. Nice, nice, very nice. You know, we probably could have gone for a bit longer. Oh well, oh well. If I ever have to come back this way, I'll keep that in mind. And oh look, we have another thing that we can go into. I'll do it. I'll do it too. Don't you worry about that. Okay. Whoa! That was my bad, guys. That was my mistake. I'll take all that. Thank you. Oh, I see. It's a no good situation. Oh look, he has a rocket! Where's my rocket? My jetpack. I'd like to have a jetpack, please. Chimney Chillicas. Is that everything? No. There's still rubbish there. I see it. I see it. I see it, and it's mine. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Alright. There we go. Can I... No, I can't do anything here. I can't jump on it. Alright. Alright, then we'll just go around the other way. I did consider just dying to allow myself to go back that way. Up. Okay, that's a bit of a tricky situation. So, what we'll do is... That was close to death. Gee whiz. Gee whiz, that was close to death. What's this all about? Can't do anything there either. I'm guessing that we need those gloves. Now, I believe... Oh, good. Good. I'm pretty sure we saw a crank over here. We did see a crank over here. We'll get it. Go over here. And actually, I didn't try to go through this gate. I'm sorry, guys. That was... Here we go. Look at that. Turns out death was the answer. Looks like the volume's a little bit high. I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's water. Oh, this is the start area that we came to, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. This is going to take us back to... Yeah, this looks very familiar. This looks incredibly familiar. But there's nothing else over this way that we can do. No. Oh, look at this. We could jump on the roofs and the everything. In the first level that we're in. Can't go there. Nope. Don't do that. Excellent. Nope. Almost made a mistake. And now I remember that I can't actually jump that far. You know what? I don't remember this being too difficult, so this is exactly where we'll go. You know what? It was a bit more difficult than I remembered, but that's okay. That's quite okay. We can do this. And I believe this takes us to the... No, it doesn't take us to the main lobby. That's alright, but this does? Yeah, here we go. Main lobby, the foyer, as it's known. Anything on the roof? How about on the roof? Can we not take this? It needs to be cleaned. It's junk. It needs to be collected. Alright, just go outside. Speaking of junk, 18,000. We started off with 3,000, now we're up to 18,000. Okay. That's a pretty good accomplishment. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's take the boat. We've done everything that we can here. We are a salty seagull. Let's go. Why can't we cling to the side of this? I don't get it. Game, explain yourself. Let's go for it. Let's go for a ride. There's nothing
I took the
here anymore
fisherman's
for
boat
us.
to the mainland.
Oh boy, I also just noticed that,
The fisherman was right. Everything was in pieces.
there we go, I'm sorry, just had to bring up chat.
Everything had been destroyed.
Oh no, it's terrible.
I docked the boat in some ruins.
Everything
They
is
must have
destroyed.
once been a town.
Everything is terrible. Everything is horrible. Is there anything over here worth grabbing? There's a whole bunch of junk. Oh, look at that reflection. That's cool. Those are robots that we're collecting. You know what? We can't do anything about the others. They're a lost cause. I'm a lost cause. Alright. We can get a few more of these if we're careful and slow. How come we can't get that? Got it. Well then, no jetpacks for us unfortunately. Up and over. Let's just jump down. Just pick up as much junk as we can. And then I realize that we can grab junk from... Hey, if we... Okay, that was a bad idea. Oh no, that was a really bad idea. Although... I'm just trying to think of a way that we can do this. Oh, if we go to the other side. If we go like this... Well, that was lucky. I didn't even know what was going to happen there. I just assumed the best. I just assumed that everything would be A-okay. You know what? We can go through that door. What I'm going to do first is... Can we jump up to here? No. So what we're going to do is... Now you're thinking with portals? With gravity? Now you're thinking with gravity? Okay. Over to there. Got some more junk, thank you very much. Any junk here? Nope, no junk there. More junk here, which is fantastic, always makes me happy. Doing our tricky business right there. You know what, let's just drop. Trying anything else might just be the end of us.
I
What's
wasn't
this?
sure what to do with this machine.
I don't get it. I don't get this machine.
The huge door was sealed shut.
Oh well.
I wasn't sure how to get inside.
Can't go that way. Alright, so I'm guessing that we have to have a look at some of those. We'll go to that first door that we looked at. That was there. I'm sure we can do something there. Did you see that lighting effect as we look at that? Like, as we move away from it, less lighting. This is a really nice game. That's a nice game. That's a really... Oh, there it is. There's the door. And there's something up here. Can't go that way. Can we at least... Fine. Fine, I guess I'll just jump this way. And can't go that way, unfortunately. Fine. Not a problem. Now, I do believe that there is another place for us to go. Like, there was that water area, right? go here. Don't just want to jump down because that's gonna be dangerous. And what's here? Is that? Oh, there's actually a platform that we can walk on. I'm guessing there must be a way for us to go in water at some point because there's all that junk in the water, and surely we can get the junk. There's 208 pieces of junk right here. 31. Do you see that? It says over this side. 31. I don't know what that's about. It's no longer about the chapter.
I was
31
confronted
Lazarus.
by a lovable fat old dog.
Oh.
He almost looked pleased to see me.
Hello, puppy dog.
Suddenly, 3 men appeared holding large guns. Or at least 2 men and what looked to be a pregnant woman.
Oh dear.
Incredibly,
the most
it was
dangerous
Mr. Silton.
Oh, Mr. Silton!
I thought you'd been shut down, he said. I mean, it's been years. I'm not really sure what happened, I replied. I then told him about me cleaning a million things. He laughed and said, nothing changes. He then showed me into what was surprisingly a really nice
The joke
house.
thing. Pull my finger. Guys, pull my finger.
Please excuse my husband,
Oh my god,
said the pregnant
Mr. Silton.
lady. I'm Edwina, but everyone calls me Eddie. I believe
Eddie.
you know this idiot. And
Sure
that's
do.
Preston. We've
G'day,
met,
Preston.
said the small man.
Really?
It was me that delivered that thing, remember?
I have a
All
name.
you used to deliver was
Preston.
weed, mumbled Mr. Silton as he put the dog dish on
I
the
love
floor.
this game. I love it so much.
And I was there that night, when this twat was off his face on mushrooms.
Really?
Thanks for letting me and the dog stay,
was there.
by the way. Yeah, well, we like the dog, said Mrs. Silton. And I
Nice.
suppose I've got you to thank for us meeting. What with you giving Barry those dodgy magic mushrooms? She pulled out an old photograph.
me.
It was one that Heather had taken the night I had saved Mr. Silton.
Oh, I remember that. It's a sad situation. Is she the paramedic? She must be the paramedic. So where's Mr. Preston? I didn't see him in the picture anywhere. I saw Eddie.
It reminded me of everyone else, so I asked what had happened to them.
Where are they?
Mr. Silton said Alice had a small place in the countryside. The professor had holed up in one of the old man's factories.
Okay.
Mr. Deck was,
It was Mr.
believe
Deck
it
who
or
we
not,
saw.
now a
And he had,
presenter on the
drawings
only
all over
straight
him.
television channel. And Heather and her mother lived on a government compound where they both
The
were.
old woman. Why did we call her the old lady if she...
I asked about the old man, surprised that Mr. Silton hadn't mentioned him. He's dead,
Oh dear.
said Mr. Silton. Sorry, I thought you knew.
Sad.
Anyway,
Very sad.
said Mr. Preston. I thought you said that robot thing found the mushrooms for you, in that hoarder's manky old barn.
I did.
Mr. Silton looked embarrassed. Well, said Mrs. Silton, I guess we've got you to thank for getting us together
She
then.
was the paramedic. Old Eddie.
Time for bed, I think, said Mr. Silton.
Maybe it
Make
was Mr.
yourself
Silton's
comfy,
joke
and
that
we'll
got
see
them.
you in the morning.
She's like, oh damn, that's a sexy joke. Sexy jokes are what I go for. I didn't realize it was that easy. Hey look, this is another dream. Well, can we move? Oh, we can move! Mr. Old Man, I'm coming for you. The other buttons don't do anything, in case you're wondering. Oh, you're not getting away from me that easily. Ha ha ha, I knew it. Preempting you, man. Over this side. Stop being a jerk. Stop it. Hold up. Oh man, it's quick. It's very quick. Oh yeah, come back here. Oh, look at those clouds. Look at everything in this scene. Jeez, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Home is where the heart is. Pliny the Elder. Are these fake quotes? I feel like home is where the heart is fairly modern-ish.
The next
I'm saying,
day,
at least not
I thought
Pliny
it
the
might
Elder.
be a good time to ask about the war. judging by the look on everyone's faces.
Don't mention the war.
Well,
Didn't he watch
the
Faulty
war,
Tales? Don't mention
said
the
Mr.
war.
Silton. Barry interrupted his wife. Can I see you for a minute? And dragged Mr. Silton out of the room, leaving me with Mr. Preston.
Hey presto! Hey presto!
All of a sudden, Mr. Silton appeared. How about a tune-up, he said. Mrs. Silton started to make some food, and Mr. Preston was playing with the dog,
The magical fruit.
leaving me to chat with
The more you
Mr.
eat,
Silton. I
the more
said
you
that
do.
I really wanted to see everyone else, but Mr. Silton said that it wouldn't be that easy. Traveling now, especially for a robot, is complicated. Go back to the house, you could even do some cleaning. Wait there and I'll work out a way to get you to each of them. I
Okay.
told him that I
Sounds
couldn't
fair.
get into the main house because the hallway ceiling had collapsed. I have just the thing, said Mr. Silton, as he pulled some sort of card out of his pocket. If you can get into the caves under the house, you can use this security pass to get into the old man's laboratories.
remember a
You
security
can
pass.
get into the main house that way.
I can get
was
into the
so
caves. I don't
excited
remember a security
I would
pass.
be able to get back into my old room. I said thanks, and made my way to the front door. Also, I think you might be able to help us out, said Mr. Silton, but we'll meet up back at the old man's house in a couple of days.
Okay.
You head there and we'll see you soon.
Alright, you got Mr. Silton. It was really good seeing you again there, Mr. Silton. It was wonderful to see you again, Mr. Silton. I'm really glad that we had this opportunity to catch up and to reminisce about the good days, you know? Before all this war business came around. You know, I really love the sound that this game makes when you just drop. We didn't do enough of a job there, unfortunately. I was gonna do one there, but it's like, no, that's probably a bad idea. Let's see. Oh, fancy. Fancy work from old mate, I think over here. Old mate Horace. Look at all that junk! How are we supposed to get that junk? It's all in the water. Let's head back
I
to
took
the,
fisherman's boat to the old man's estate.
Not the mainland, the old man's estate. So, we have a key pass now, for whatever reason. I'm sure we can do something with it, but... Hey look, there he is. People don't like him. I was wondering if the water was maybe a little bit more manageable. Manageable. So... I wonder if this is where we're supposed to go. Oh, okay, that's it. I was gonna say, oh, something's happening. Not this way. Not this way, that's for damn Skippy. Oh, I see. Go this. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. I get it. I get it. Is this the, No, not here. Okay, well then. This leads us to, yeah, we're underneath the house at the, whoa! At the moment. I don't remember any special keys or anything like that. I don't get it. Nothing there, that's just a wall. It wouldn't be up here, you don't leave key passes, you know, in places like that. Okay, so clearly, not here. Well, that was a much easier way to get around. Okay. Maybe it's in the actual house itself. Unless it's around here. I can't remember seeing anything. That might be it, unless it's at, like... It wasn't a key pass situation. It was more of a, more of a lock situation. The, in the chapel? Whoa. With the basketball court area? Like, I don't think there's anything that we can do here. yeah, nothing that we can do inside the house, so... And that was the first place that we went into. Maybe we're gonna go back this way. What I'm gonna do first is we're gonna go into here. Maybe it's over here.
As I walked through the old church ruins, I was surprised to hear Mr. Silton calling me. He said he had forgotten to give me something, and the church's community hall would be the perfect place to try it out. As soon as we walked into the hall, Mr. Silton said he had a present for me.
Whoa.
It was a pair of Atlas gloves.
He stole
They
this
made
from
me
the old
think
man.
of the old blind man with the cat, and his stolen Atlas gloves. I wonder if Mr. Silton knew how lucky he was to still have them with a glove thief around.
I think
Mr. Silton
is
asked
the
me
glove
to
thief.
try the gloves on and start chucking things around. But not him. He was very clear about that.
Excellent.
Mr. Silton suggested we clean the hall. Of course I
Where did
knew
all this
when he
junk
said
get
we,
to?
he meant me.
Me.
But I was happy to try out my new gloves. He said I should clear everything off of the basketball court and put the things on the floor either side. I fiddled with the settings for a bit, but when Mr. Silton saw I was having trouble, he produced a small manual. He explained that pressing down and X would pick a thing up. X would then throw the thing, and if I wanted to place it on the floor, I should again press down and X.
I got it.
He looked more and more confused as he read all this, but eventually he finished by saying, "Well, I hope that made more sense to you than it did to me."
Nice! X. How come... How can I not pick this up? I can pick that up. Oh, hold up. Oh, I see. You gotta... You can't just do it again. You kind of have to... Hold up. Let's get this off. You have to come back to it. So see, I'll show you what I mean. So if you just go down, click down, and press X for a bit, and then stop, you can't do it again. You have to move to be able to do it again. Hold on. Let's play some basketball. Hold on. Oi! He wants all this junk here. Hold up. Pick up the basketball. Well, not so. Score! Nice. It wasn't a swish, unfortunately. We can't do a swish with that, I assume. Can we... There you go. There you go. And we can't run with this thing, unfortunately. That's a big no-no. Ooh! Oh no, baby, no. You know what? I'm just gonna throw it across next time. I wish you wouldn't lose all the progress that we make. That should be fine, I assume. Okay. That's good. Do we have to have everything in the same location, I wonder? There you go. So, my plan is to this up. Jump. And we're just gonna throw it across. Throw everything across. Alright. Pick up the baby. Throw the baby. Pick up the people. Throw the people. Pick up the house. Throw the house. Pick up the pick up everyone. Just throw them. Okay. I kinda wish it wouldn't be so iffy in regards to picking things up. Makes it a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. I wonder if we can switch and flick baby Jesus. Swish! We can swish baby Jesus. Alright, be careful of all the goddamn sparks. But then you have to start again. And I have no interest in starting this again. Especially when we've done such a good job so far. So slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. Nice. Excellent. Fantastic. That's it.
Let's see what else these gloves can do, said Mr. Silton as he flicked through the manual. He actually looked quite excited when he explained that holding X while walking into or under a falling thing would allow me to catch it.
Oh!
I must admit, I was then really happy when he suggested we make it a game, and I try to catch 10 basketballs.
Okay. I don't know if I... Whoa. Oh, didn't quite make it. Yes. Hold up, I got it. Yes, it went in. It went in. Horace. He shoots. He scores.
Next, Mr. Silton suggested we make it a real game and see how quickly I could score 10 baskets. I enjoyed this so much. It felt just like the good old days.
Nice.
Except Mr. Silton wasn't as forgiving as the old man.
One. Two. Oh, I was gonna... Can we actually do this one? Uh-oh. Bear with me, Mr. Silton. Bear with me, Mr. Silton. I just got to, Oh, you're not even Mr. Silton. You know what? We'll just take it this way. Hold up. Oi! Oi! I can do better than that, surely. I can do much better. It's what, here? How much do we need? 4 more? Okay, I can do that. Yes, caught it. Caught it. 1 more.
When I'd scored 10 baskets,
Excellent.
Mr. Silton gave me what he called a high five.
High five! Guys, high five! Guys, bring your
He
hand
said
up
I
to
now
where
knew
I am.
everything about
Let's
the
high five.
gloves, and I should be able to continue through the basement of the church into the house. When I asked him if he was coming with me, he just laughed and said they would catch up with me in the main hall.
What do you mean you'll catch up with me in the main hall? Just throw it. Okay, so that's what he means by he'll catch up with me in the main hall. Okay. Right, I need to grab this junk. can't jump over that, unfortunately. It's not meant to be. Just trying to figure out a way to, oh boy, why are there so many of these jokes here? Okay, I get it. Come on, don't be so slow. Alright, excellent. It's a good thing that they move so slow on the way up. Alright. Got them! I think that's everything here, isn't it? Maybe one more junk? It's on the floor, probably. That's what I'm gonna say. The rest of the junk is all on the floor. Hold up. Hold up. What am I supposed to do here? How am I supposed to deal with this situation? Oh boy! You know what? We're going this way. Oh, thank Bush. Thank Bushness. Okay, so we have to be careful for old mate. If we look up... Oh no, actually it's perfectly safe for us to go like this. Well, I say perfectly safe. It's a little bit safe. Not perfectly. No, we can't go that way. So... what I reckon that we need to do... Did you see that? That was an excellent catch. Let's go this way. And there was a, an area that we could go to where we have to actually pull some levers. I'm guessing that's what we can do now. Which is... this way. How far this way is it? I don't think it was in there. I don't think there was any way that we couldn't go in the blind man. I'm pretty sure it was this one here. I had my opportunity to go and do a big jump and I didn't even take it. Didn't even take it. I meant to do that. Alright, so this is the way that we go, I believe. So we probably we can go this way. And I'm pretty sure that over here is where we saw the my bad. Over here is where we saw the that thing that we should be able to pick up. That was close. That was very close. Alright. Oh, excellent. Now we should be able to go that way, I believe. I wonder. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Oh, I like to play risky here, don't I? Okay. Jumping over to here. Up to there. Fantastic. We should be able to pick up that bin now. Which is exactly what we'll do. Oh, that was really close to being my death. That was also really close to being my death. Okay. So that's that thing that we had to take care of there. Does that mean that we can easily just... This isn't the lobby he was talking about though. I don't get it. We'll go back through this way. Actually, to hell with that. To hell with that. Screw that noise. What we're going to do instead is we're going to go back to the house lobby. That's probably what he meant when he said, I'll meet you at the lobby. Alright. Good. Whoa! I meant to do that, guys. I meant to do that. Haha, I tricked you. Tricked you. Now, into the house. Into the house, I believe. Where are we going to find Mr. Stilton? Mr. Silton, not Mr. Stilton. Like, I thought it would have been through here. Alas. Alas, no. This way? I don't know if it's gonna be this way. I kind of feel like maybe this isn't the way that we want it. Whoa, come on, game. I don't know if this is the way that we want to go. Doesn't really look like this is the way that we want to go. Where did he say that he wanted us to go? Were you guys paying attention? Because it's not in here. Can I pick up this jump? No. God damn it, where are we going? Where did he say he wants us to go? We'll just make our way back to the house. Because it wouldn't be in here, would it? Unless he means into the lobby of the church, back into the... Crikey, this isn't the way that we want to go. At least not this way, specifically. We need to do a jump. Big jump! Just trying to remember how to do things here. Whoa! Risky. Risky business. Alright, you know what? We're gonna go back to the church. We're gonna go back to the church, unless they're this way. I don't think they're this way. God, I wasn't paying attention. Guys, that was my bad. My bad for not paying attention. So we're gonna go back to the church, because we've already been to the house. And we saw that there wasn't anything at the house that we could use. I'm not going to the old man. Hey old man. I found those gloves that were stolen from you. It was a friend of mine. He actually took it. Oh no, this is actually danger. We don't want to go this way. Alright. Back to the house. Well, not the house, but back to the lobby. Hey! Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Go away. Go away, you stupid spam bot messages, man. Go away. Don't want to see it. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to even take notice. You know what? I don't want to be famous. To hell with that. Famous is the last thing that I want. So I feel like we're supposed to find a way to go that way. I don't get it. I don't get it. Not that way. Not that way. Alright. See, even if we go this way, it's like it doesn't get us anything. We can't jump over. We don't have a double jump ability. Or anything like that. Risky. I'll wait until this guy drops. didn't go into this door
I
before.
was stood in a
God damn it,
gigantic
so
cavern.
stupid.
When I looked down, I was horrified to see hundreds of corpses of those things.
So many things to clean up.
As horrible as it sounds, my
Yeah.
stepto chip said they were things to
Exactly.
clean.
Exactly.
So clean than I would.
Oh, good. Excellent. Hold on. Just want to make sure I take care of business with, Oh, no. You know what? To hell with it. To hell with it. Oh, no. Wait a second. Not to hell with it. Can we... Where is it? Where is it? Ban in the user for the spam. There we go. Excellent. That solves the problem. No more spam on my channel. 30,000 pieces of junk? Oh boy. We're rich. We're rich in junk. Unfortunately, we can't get that though. Can we... We can, very slowly. You know what? It's worth it. It's worth doing it the long way. That's what I always said. Oh boy. Here we go. Jump to here. Alright. Excellent. Pick up more of these robots. Excellent. And then let's go see Mr. Silton. No, I was hoping that we could climb onto those things. Alas.
That must be the door Mr. Silton talked about.
Oh, I get it now. I understand. Oh, actually, I know what to do. I was gonna say, how am I supposed to get over here? How did these guys... Because that's the floor. How did these guys get here? 40,000 pieces of junk? Oh boy, we're rich. We're rich, guys. We're rich in junk. Hold on. I really don't know how they got to the roof, though. I mean, I know how I got to
The door was exactly as Mr. Silton had described it. I just hoped that the card he had given me was the security key and not just some backstage pass.
Haha.
Well, it opened the door. But soon an alarm went off.
Wow, wow.
Something
Oh.
caught my eye. It was a small yellow sphere. The book next to it explained that it was a
Super
shield
shield.
that would automatically take a hit for me when activated. The
Oh,
Y
okay.
button took the shield in and out of storage, meaning I could save it for when the going
Going
got
got
tough.
tough.
It seemed that I started with 2 slots to carry shields, but I
Okay.
could upgrade to be able to carry
Whoa.
more. If both I and the shield died in the same room, the Lazarus chip would bring us both back. It's almost as if the shield needed its sacrifice to mean something. It felt like a true friend, proving that even the simplest of faces can bring out an emotional reaction.
That's the story of this game. Okay. I thought we had to waste our shield in this situation. I want to get more shields. You got any more of them shields? If we throw this way. Give me more! And more! And more! I'll take them all! Oh, I can only take 2, I see. That's exactly what he was talking about. God damn it, I wanted to see if we can use that to stop the electricity. Phone a friend? Oh, okay, never mind. Don't worry about it, guys, we can't phone a friend. It was my mistake. There's no phoning with the friends in this situation. Okay, watch out for all of that nonsense. Oh, I know what to do here. Just like that. Who set up this electricity? Whoever did, they really don't want people to come into the place here. Right. I'm just keeping an eye on that. Okay, so should have just went, right? I should have just... Oh boy. We don't need to worry about anything there. I wonder. Nice. I should have been fine. I should have been okay there. Alright. I don't know what killed me. Hold up. No! Alright, where are we going from here? Because I'm not too sure. What? I don't understand. I don't get it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna jump to here. I'm gonna see if there's anything here that we can see when we get there. No. Nothing there that I can see. Aha! Oh, I reckon like that. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay, got all that. Now we'll wait for the other side to come and then we'll get all that done too. Good. And now I know what we need to do. We need to just wait for this to reappear. And go here. Oh my word, are you kidding me? Alright. All the junk, nice. I wonder if that laser is just to stop you from going onto the floor. Like, is this going
Something
to...
literally caught my eye.
Something
I
literally caught my
remember
eye.
the old man had installed some software that helped show me things that
Oh,
were
I see.
interactive and how to
Nice,
interact with them.
Nice.
This must be what he was talking about.
Oh, this is it. This is the thing. This is the thing he was talking about. Well, bear with me. Just gonna grab all this junk here. And then you know what? We'll do it. We'll do that thing that you want me to do. How we... What do we press to do this? I wonder if this is one of those... Oh, do we just... Oh no, I wasn't
The
paying
electron
attention.
gun
Oh,
blew the
I
power.
found it.
I needed to turn it back on before I could fire again.
Okay. Nice. I get it. I get it. I get it now. Game choice. No, it's probably just loading the next save. There you go. Are you kidding me? What is this? This is a bad situation. Okay. Got him! One and done. Fantastic. Excellent. Easy when you know how. Phew. Phew, that was scary. That was very scary. That was a very scary situation, guys. So, just like Beyonce, we'll go to the left. To the left, to the left. everything we own.
The video recorder's
He's in the box
blinking
for that.
light caught my eye. It must have been
Literally.
years since I had seen a film or TV
Those
show.
bastards too.
Maybe
Right.
I could take a little break from my quest
Why
and
not?
watch the film on the tape.
That sounds like a good idea.
As the video started, I was surprised to see the old man.
It's the old man.
Hello, hello, he bellowed in his familiar
hello.
tone. This is test number, 107C.
It's right there,
He
old man.
continued as
Use
he
your
read
old
from
man
a
eyes.
clipboard. This unit still has 3 major issues. 1. The shell is so incredibly thick that the whole machine is still far too large and heavy. 2. The missile system is too unpredictable and aggressive. And 3. The trade-off between power and intelligence is far too great. I think the military capabilities would be far too dangerous in the wrong hands. I
So it's a
think we
useful
would be
idiot.
best to push forward with the Innocence Project.
Oh, I see. I think we
I
are.
didn't
the
really
Innocence
understand
Project.
a word of what he said, and I was slightly disappointed that he had recorded over the film, but it was nice to see the old man's face again.
We don't get to watch our film, unfortunately. You know, I'm very interested to see what's, oh, there's nothing over here, it's just junk. I
This
guess.
seemed quite valuable. Now, this was clearly worth something.
Does that mean anything to you, though? Horace, the value of things? Why do you care about the value of things?
I wasn't sure what was going on, but suddenly, inanimate objects started to come to life.
I'm guessing that if they hit me... Ugh! I walked right into that one. I can do this, guys. I can do this. I can do this. Just gonna be quick. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. That's not fair. What was the old man cooking up anyway? There you go, we got it. I could have just jumped down to the floor. That was an option. As it were. Oh, things are getting even worse. Hold on. Got it. What the hell did you do, old man? No. Well, that works out amazingly well for us. Hey, look, it's another one of these things. Got him. Got him as well. That's just more of the rubbish. Although, there's clearly nothing. There's clearly nothing. There's more nothing over here. How are we supposed to get this nothing? I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, I can't see a way for us to get there, right? It's just the floor. That's the only thing for us to... Yeah, it's the only thing for us to climb onto there. Hey, look, more rubbish. Excellent. Alright, well then, I'm out of here. I can't go that way. I need to have some, God damn. Right. I see. I wonder if those are gonna explode when we use them. Hold up, let's grab this. Just in case we can find a use for it. Apparently not. Apparently not. I kinda wish I kept it, but I didn't. I didn't. I did no such thing. More danger. Aha! See, this is that thing that I was talking about before. Clearly, that was a mistake. Alright. I don't know if we'll be able to do anything by going this way. These objects starting to come to life. I don't think we can climb this. No, it was not meant to be. Alright, not a problem. Not a problem. I don't think we can jump onto those, right? Maybe we can. We can. We actually can. Okay, I know what to do then. I know what to do. I figured it out, guys. I have all the solutions in the palm of my hand. Up. Okay. That was a little bit creepy. A little bit creepy. But we managed to get through it. Now we should be able to go like this. Nice, very carefully. Alright, I'm just trying to think of the best way for us to go. Like that should do. Why is this place such a death trap? Who decided this would be a good idea? Okay, good. Excellent.
I should try picking that up.
Yep, I know. Oh, that's one of those shields. Good, good. I should keep these guys out, just in case. Oh boy. Oh, it's a good thing I had my shield out. It's a good thing I had that ready to go, because I'm done, and I walked right into it. Alright. And I'll take those two. Fantastic. Let's get out of here. It's when I die that I'll get my next one. Okay. Why did my other shield come up? Yeah, I saw it, guys. I saw it. I know what to do. Oh, oh. So clearly, we'll wait for this. My bad. My bad, guys. I made a mistake. No, no, no. I know what to do. I know what to do. Ha ha ha! Guys, it's in the game. Oh, more of this nonsense. I wonder if that was going to die eventually. Oh no, I don't get any of my things back. So, is this actually a viable option? No, it's not. How are we supposed to deal with this? Just go this way, I guess. Okay. Come on, I should have been safe there. I should have been safe. Safe as houses. Okay, cool. And we can pick up that. Just what I needed. And good, good. That's it. Oh, there's still 9 pieces of junk. It's probably in the water or whatnot. I don't really care. Okay. So we got trouble. Oh boy! I see, I thought that we could go onto the wooden planks, but as it were, no, that's a big no. Big old no. Jump to here, couple of forks down there. You know what? The best way to learn is by jumping. That's the best way to learn. Just jump to your death, because who knows, you might not die. You might not die, you might just live. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Okay, I actually think that we probably are going to be safe here. Now, hopefully that remains done even if we die. So far, so good. And this looks like it's a door out of here. I'm just not too sure if I want to leave just yet. I have a feeling that there's going to be more junk that's worthwhile grabbing over here. Yeah, see? If I left, I wouldn't have gotten any of this junk. None of it. And how terrible would that be? Oh guys, it would be so bad. It would be the worst thing ever. You know what, we'll just get this one as well. There you go. Excellent, and then, if you don't mind, sir, well, at least they don't hurt you. When you run into it, at least they don't hurt you. I'm guessing if they squish you, that's gonna hurt, right? Can I not climb onto that? No. Okay. Okay. Sweet. And then we'll just go like this, nice and easy. What's happening over there? Oh, okay, I get it. Small jumps. No! No! How did I survive? I should be dead. I should be dead. No! 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 Come on, Aaron. Okay, we don't actually need to jump or anything there. Just nice and slowly. Nice and carefully. Oh boy. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I wonder if we just press jump. We don't have to press anything else but jump. I knew it was there. I knew it was there, and I still did it. We just pressed jump. I didn't press anything but jump in that situation. Here, we gotta do a little jump. A little jump. So you know what? Jump! Oh, we were at the floor. Easy. Pick up this junk. Excellent. Fantastic. I don't think we can hurt these things. Okay, look at that. I do need this though. Thank you. Is that like electricity that's gonna hurt us or what? Okay. It's kind of hard to, damn it! Oh look, we came back from here, nice. Okay, so that was actually electricity. And it has a pretty nice respawn place there for us. Okay. Alright. Oh boy. This game is intense. Intense! Goody goody gumdrop. I'll pick up all this stuff. And this is where we had to go. Okay, fantastic. Can we go? Don't go that way, guys. Note to self. That's a bad place to go. Alright. Okay. Nice. Wait for him to go that way. I don't know if we actually have more space either side. But we got it. We got it. Not a problem. This is a really long level. Really long level. How much of these do we have? 2. Okay. Take that. Thank you. Nice. Very tricksy sometimes. Oh, we got it! Is there another... Oh, god damn.
Batteries come in all shapes and sizes.
Oh, I can run. This gives us super jumps. Okay, excellent. I love it. Oh no, I hate it. Okay, alright. We got it. We got it. Okay, we got it. Excellent. Okay. Nice! I love it. Okay, that was a battery. That's what he said. That's why he said batteries come in all shapes and sizes. Warning! Elevator damage. Everything is damaged here. Who designs a place like this? Honestly. Alright. Going this way. This way. This way. No! Damn it! Alright, I understand what to do though. I can do it. Over here. Over here. Okay. Well, we'll just wait for it to come. Hey, there you go. Oh, and this is where we have to be anyway. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Excellent. Excellent. Fantastic. We did it. I'm ready for whoever's coming my
Seeing
way.
another VCR made me wonder if there were any more recordings of the old man. I rummaged behind the TV and was not surprised to
Sport
find 2
highlights.
more dusty old tapes. One just had hours of some strange sport.
There's several types of sport. Oh, look at those animations. Amazing.
But
Amazing.
the other had a recording of the old man. Hello, hello, came his voice again. Right, this is urgent. Cancel the nanobot program immediately. All production to be stopped.
Okay.
Contain the remaining units in these corrosion-proof canisters.
Oh, I've seen those.
Although I'm sure it's obvious, the old man continued.
Oh
We've
no.
discovered that they are essentially unstoppable and can form a controlling intelligence
That's
around
terrible.
any object.
That explains. That explains the flying things.
Need I say more?
No, I suppose not.
Well,
suppose not.
at least that explained why everything moved with minds of their own.
Exactly.
I'd never been in this part of the house before, but I figured I would get back to more familiar surroundings once I made it through these laboratories.
Yeah, he lived in the house for a year and he didn't see this. It's because the old man, he had, Oh, look at this, more rubbish. I was trying to see if we could open up those other containers. But no. As it turns out, no. The answer is no. Whoa! Watch out, Horace. What's with all these dangerous locations? I mean, I guess that's the nature of video games, right? Oh, that looks good. That looks good. We can get some of those. We can get all of these. We can get some of these. Well, you know what? We can probably get the rest of these quite easily. Pretty close. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, sweet. No! I know what to do though, I know what to do. I know how to do it. You gotta be on the other edge of this thing as we, go down. Like here. Like that. I almost screwed up again. I thought I had it right, but I didn't. I mean, I did, in the end, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I can't do anything here. There is rubbish here, though. We should be able to pick up all these things. Okay, sweet, sweet, excellent. Let's keep going. Oh, look at that! I like the way these graphics like show 3D-ness, as it were. Can't pick that up. Well, this room looks familiar. Swish! Swish! Ether. Ether.exe. Executable. Nanobots activated. Snake.exe. Intruder alert. Destroy the humanoid. Oh yeah, they called me an android before. I'm not an android. I'm a real boy. No, I'm a robot because I'm not. I didn't come from any humans. God damn it. Oh no. Bad news bears. Okay. I don't get it. I'm not too sure what we're doing here. Oh, I do get it. I understand. This music is really loud. Did that do it? No. No. No! Oh good, it doesn't stop when you start. Oh no! Jeez! Jiminy Chillikers! Okay, another one to go. Oh no! Are you kidding me? No! Wait a second. Are you trying to tell me that? What are you trying to tell me? Am I not actually making progress every time I die? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up. We'll get this as soon as it jumps. Okay, it's a bit of a bullet hell here. No! Got it? Oh, to hell with this. Okay, that didn't actually do anything that I wanted. Got it! Okay. Oh no. How many of these things do we have to kill? Okay. I'm gonna... I don't know how much progress we're actually making here. We have to stay alive throughout the whole thing. No, okay, so every time we get it, we make some progress. Okay, sweet. Excellent. Oh, got him. Excellent. I was really worried that we weren't making any progress throughout that whole fight, that everything was just repeating itself. And I didn't like the look of that. I didn't appreciate. I don't care. Keep your stupid ball. Actually, why can't I jump on the wall? I wanna explore this room. Actually, no jump here. Okay, fine. I'm out of here. Screw this room. I'm going home. Okay. So that's gonna hurt us. Yep. How are we supposed to get that jump? Fine. I can take a hint. I wonder. No, I was gonna say, I wonder if we can just... I'm still wondering. No, I no longer wonder. I've given up a world of wonder. I've ceased the wondering. No more wonderment for me. Yes. Got that one. Excellent. Not today, nanobots. Not today. You know what? I don't think there's actually anything I can do there. I think there was a flyer or was he coming at me? Oh, I get it. I figured it out, guys. Okay, so taking care of one of them certainly made this situation a lot easier to deal with. And when I say a lot easier, it's still an issue. It's just a lot easier to deal with rather than having to deal with.
I needed to get back on the moving lift.
Really? Why? Okay. I get it. Can we just go for number 2? Oh boy. This game is fascinating. Okay. Good. Okay. Run through here. Okay, I can see some ways that we can go. jump through here, there's a few different things that we can do. What we do need to do at some point is jump over to the other side, which I can do.
The door was nailed shut, and my fingers were too large to get a
Fingers are too
decent
fat.
grip on the planks. I needed something like a crowbar.
I've got fat fingers, okay. See, but at least I know what I'm doing, right? I say as I die. Now, should be able to stay here perfectly fine. I was thinking it was going to come back around and I could take care of it. But alas, poor Yori. We knew him well. Okay. Okay. So this waits around for a bit. We're gonna have to catch it on the way back, like now. Damn it! Well, we're making progress. Making some solid progress. No! Hell no! Hell no, I did the wrong thing. There's a few doors here. I'm gonna take the, well, that was a mistake. I should have kept it for myself. This looks messy. That's water, isn't it?
My shoes struggled to grip the slippery wall. I'd need to keep jumping to climb it.
No, I get it though. I get it. Close. Close, but no cigar. Oh, come on. That has to be a lot closer than what we were. Oh, come on. Surely this is what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh, yes. Nope, 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 nope. Not like that. Oh no, I just had to be a bit quicker. What's the plan here? There we go. Oh, this game is tricky. I shouldn't be alive. I shouldn't be alive. Well, this game is really something. That's how you're supposed to do it. Okay. How far does that goes all the way up? No, come on, don't take me back here. Don't take me back here. I shouldn't have bothered with the last one. Should not have bothered. Shouldn't have bothered with the last one at all. Stop giving me this one to take. No. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Good. Oh, there's one more there. I feel like I should grab it. Okay, good. Oh, we got it. We got everything. Fantastic. Let's get out of here. Oh, boy. Can we go down the stairs?
Knock, knock,
Oh,
chuckled
okay, cool.
Mr. Silton.
Good job, Mr.
It's all
Silton.
right. We'll claim it on the insurance as accidental damage. Get me a new TV as well. I
can't
explained to
imagine
them
there's any
that I had
insurance
found
these days.
some of the old man's home videos, and the contents had shocked me. The dirty old bugger, interrupted Mr. Silton. But I didn't know what he meant, so I continued explaining about the nanobots, and Mr. Silton said we needed to get our sharpest minds on the case. Not you dipshit, he barked at Mr. Preston. We need to rescue Heather and her mum.
Oh,
I
love
wasn't
this game.
sure what Mr. Silton meant by rescue, but I thought I would leave them to clear up. The weather felt cold and ominous as we made our way
Cold
back
and
outside.
ominous.
Before we meet the others, I need you to help me get my stolen van back, explained Mr. Silton. It's going to be dangerous, and we need someone dependable. The equipment was heavy, but I was happy to help pack the large boxes until Preston returned with what Mr. Silton called the mean machine.
The mean machine! I love it! I love it. This is music perfect for Mr. Silton. Or Barry, as he's known by. All we are is dust and shadow. Quintus Horatius Flaccus. God damn! Flaccus, old mate Flaccus, he has a lot of quotes. He has a lot of quotes attributed to
Mr.
him.
Preston seemed even more anxious than usual. At first I
Oh, no, we
thought
didn't
he
have to
just
meet-
needed
never
to
mind.
use a toilet. But Mr. Silton explained that their old gang members lived around here. Somehow the money went missing when we robbed that post office, he continued. For some reason they thought we'd taken it, but, as he put it, why would we live in such a dump if we had a load of money? Although this clarified things for me, it certainly didn't calm Mr. Preston, who suggested we gotta move on. Don't worry, we'll be a matter of minutes. We just need to send Mr. Chips up there to have a look, said Mr. Silton
Mr.
as he
Chips.
pointed to a window
My
high up
name's
the
Horace.
building. Go on, he said with a smile. Off
Off you go then. I got some rubbish to pick up, fellas. Bear with me one moment. I need to find 1,000,000 pieces of rubbish. And then I'll be a real boy. I'm a real boy. I thought I found something awesome over there, but no. Alas, no. What is with all these people having amazing electronic, electrical circuits and whatnot? That seems a bit sus. A little bit sus, if you ask me. I was wondering if that's a, good way to go, but no, there's nothing worth going that way. Because we probably could get there if we go on the edge. But no. Nothing. Whoa! I thought that was a goddamn. I thought that was like a floor, but no. Not a floor, but a roof that we could jump onto. But alas. Alas, no. Okay. Oh no, that's gonna be a, I get it, I understand. Man, these guys are well defended. Look at all the stuff that they got defended in there. They got like electrical junk up the wazoo. I'm just wondering. Okay, this is where we're supposed to go.
The man
I
didn't look
see any
like a
doors.
thief, but maybe his striped jumper was in the wash. Mr. Silton was certain he'd stolen the van though, so I watched for a moment. But then I heard Mr. Silton climbing up.
Mr. Silton is probably
I was
bad dude.
going to speak, but Mr. Silton held a finger up to his lips. He looked incredibly serious for a moment. One swift movement, and we
One
were
of those
inside.
things. Oh.
Mr. Silton whispered that I was to go
I see.
one way while he went another. Why are you whispering? I asked him. Where are we going? Find the keys to my van, Robocop, said Mr. Silton through gritted teeth.
Alright, well then. Oh damn! All these people are well fortified. Okay, so I can actually go this way. As I said, I can actually go this way. As long as we're quick. Gotcha! Gotcha! I could have went either way. Well, I went the way I wanted to go. Well, that doesn't sound friendly. So...
The piles of junk were all wired into the mains. I suppose it was a good deterrent against thieves.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, if even a goddamn robot can't go this way, what chance does a normal human have? Oh, I thought that was like a way to go down with those boxes. Woohoo! So, I'm guessing we have to run. Hold on, let's just have a quick look. So running isn't the way that we have to go in this situation, as it turns out. But then what is? What's the situation here? How we... Oh... I get it. I understand how these things work. Easily. Alright. Onwards and upwards. That's gonna be flames, isn't it? You know what? I need to test this situation. Yep, okay. Well, that's friendly. I mean, in terms of it doesn't kill us straight away, so it gives... We didn't even need to run through there, you know? Boom. I don't know if I've said it yet, guys, but I love this game. I love this game a lot. Okay. Run! Excellent. I wonder if we could throw rubbish at these things and make them pop. Run! Haha! Okay. Sweet. Easy peasy, Mac, and...
Alice would have felt at home here,
cheesy.
with all the huge piles of junk everywhere.
You jump when they hit. That's the plan. That was a lot easier than the other one. Oh, I see. We're actually moving. Okay. Oh boy. I almost got done squishing. Worth going this way for? No, because that's all. See, why would they have electrified wire up the top there? No one else but me is gonna be... No one but me is gonna be crawling up on the roof there. These guys have, well, I mean, as it turns out, they made a good decision because I am coming this way, as it turns out. But still, they wouldn't have made this as if a human was coming this way. We need to jump. Go here. Damn it, I made a mistake, guys. Oh, no. Alright. Yeah, we can probably... Yep, that's exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought. Now, what I know we need to do is go here and go like that. Okay, I thought that was going to be another problem. Oh, I need to get this last can. Gotcha. Alright, where are these keys? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I get it though. I know what we have to do. It's just gonna... It's gonna take us a couple of times, I betcha. It's gonna take us a few times to get this right. Oh, are we on fire? Oh no, it's just that feed. It's just that feed. Okay. Snatch. Nice. What do they need so many keys for? Unless he's just happy that he
I
has...
didn't know which key I should take, so I took all of them.
That a boy. So we do need that one. Oh look, we got the key that we needed. There you go. Oh, nope, not quite. Not quite. Let's grab all the easy ones. I say as I then, you know, inevitably kill myself. Okay. Fantastic. 16 junk? Oh, baby. We're in the junkies. We're in the junkies.
I finally managed to collect all of the keys.
Yeah, which way are we going now? There was... nothing over there that I can see, so we're actually just going to make our way back out. That's my assumption. Oh no. This time it's even harder. It's even harder this time, guys. We're definitely going to fail this time.
As soon as I heard the gunshot,
Uh-oh.
I knew I needed to go back and find Mr. Silton.
Oh no, Mr. Silton. My friend. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Okay. Okay. Not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed. Should be able to jump over that, like so. Okay. Oh my god. Hold on, can we... We should be able to climb on that thing. Oh boy. Oh boy. It was a mistake, guys, I tell ya. Oh, I should have made it that time. Should have. But I didn't. Okay, there we go. Now, good jump. Not when you think, but when you need to. Alright, run! Run, 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 run! No! That was a mistake, guys. That was a big old mistake. Up. And then here. And like that. And then run, 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 run! There's junk for me to collect. Over like this. And then like this. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Who cares? It's not gonna hurt us. Not gonna hurt us in the slightest. Now, we do need to be careful for nothing. We don't have to be careful at all. Excellent. Oi. When you start moving and then you stop moving, that's when they get that. That's when they get you. Alright. We have to be almost done here. Okay. Easy. Easy. How did I miss all this? That's not like me to miss anything. I get all the things, guys. I swear. I swear it. Alright. Whoa! Alright, well, lesson learned. Don't be too cocky. That's how they get you. That's how they get you, by being too cocky. Nice. Oh god damn, I just need to make sure I don't die, right? Can we have a look down? No. Okay. Have we not been this way? I thought they were just backtracking the way that we came. I don't really use these protector things much.
The old man was pointing an even older gun right at Mr. Silton's face.
No.
But the man looked terrified when he saw me. I can still picture his hand shaking as he reloaded his ancient firearm. "This wasn't the plan," shouted Mr. Silton. "It's him or me. Let him have it."
No! Okay, I just died. Okay.
I didn't know what I was going to do when I caught the old man.
Yeah, well, we're not gonna kill him, that's for sure. Right? We're not gonna kill him. That's like murder 101. Man, he has some interesting,
But I knew I had to stop him.
Oh boy. He has an interesting gun. What kind of gun? Oh boy. What's that?
If someone dared hurt my friends, they would have to pay.
Well, I suppose so there, Horace. Okay, we're fine here. Shoot again. Okay, sweet. Oh no! Okay. I was a little bit worried about that. I'm not gonna hurt him. I don't want to kill him. I just throw the gun away. Throw the gun away. No, what are you doing, son? Just throw the gun away. Horace. You just had to disarm him. You didn't have to literally burn him to death, Horace. Bro, come on, be a bit more cleverer. That was terrible. That was horrible. I mean, this isn't a happy-go-lucky sort of game. I mean, it kind of feels like it, because the way that Horace is, he feels terrible for the things that he did. You can tell, he has emotions. But, I mean, yeah, there's been war, there's been death already, but this is the first that we've actually killed anyone. And it was really goddamn gruesome. These graphics are amazing. That was terrible, guys. That was terrible. That was a horrible situation. terrible. That was really bad. I feel...
I kept turning the events over
shocked.
in my mind.
I know. It's
Could
bad,
I have
Horace.
handled things differently?
You could have.
Could I save Mr. Silton without hurting that man?
Yes, just grab the gun, throw it away.
Mr. Preston could see I was upset, and said music was a good alternative to facing up to
He
problems.
does love music.
Come with me, he insisted. I'm going to teach you how to play drums. First, he said,
I'm still
just play the
thinking
bass
about
drum
it.
along with me. We'll see how good your timing is.
This is terrible. No, I get it. Okay, that changes things a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good, now play the notes as okay. 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 Boom, dum, bum, bum, bum. Let's play a song together, alright? I'm gonna fail at this. Alright, here we go. B. Oh no! Okay, sorry guys. I'm trying to concentrate. This is actually great. I'm kind of more relying on music. Oh no! That was terrible. I did such a bad job. B. I got a B. A B is okay. B. Aggressive. B. Aggressive. B. Aggressive. B. Aggressive. Yeah. Well, that was pretty good. Would I like to try it again? Hell no. Hell no. I did a terrible job. Did that make you feel better, Horace? About melting a man? Are you happier now that you melted a man and played some music?
Mr. Silton was patched up, but still pretty angry.
At
He
me?
referred to the man as a word that wasn't in my dictionary file.
Right.
It should have been between cunning and cup. I reminded Mr. Silton about going to find the others. Now we had the van.
Okay, great.
But he said there was something even more important we had to do first.
And what's that?
Mr. Silton explained that it was a good idea that Mr. Logan be released from prison early, and that this wouldn't involve a parole board, but might involve dynamite. Straight away I was apprehensive.
Stilton is not
I
a good
thought
guy.
only bad people went to prison. I knew Mr. Logan was the guitarist in Mr. Silton's band, but why would we help a bad person? In the end, I think it's only Mrs. Silton's smile that convinced me to help.
Right, I see.
Mrs. Silton promised to have a present for us when we got back. She said she'd been saving her money from her decorating job. I didn't know what I would need money for, but then realized, if nothing else, new games consoles must be out.
Probably.
Be careful, said Mrs. Silton with a big smile. Don't rob any post offices, and don't get shot.
He almost did. Oh,
In
actually,
the
he did
dead
get
of
shot,
night,
didn't he?
it was surprisingly easy to get close to the prison building. Mr.
God
Silton
damn.
said it was like the Death Star and had a weakness we could exploit.
I don't think
Although
Mr.
I seem
Silton
to
is a
remember
good
the
person.
robot getting shot when they did that in the film. But there was no time to worry as Mr. Silton pressed a walkie-talkie into my hand and said, "Good luck."
A false friend and the shadow attend only while the sun shines. Benjamin Franklin. Oh, that's a beautiful quote. That's actually a beautiful quote. False friend and the shadow attend only when the sun shines. Makes sense. Makes sense. Alright, guys. Well, let's do a bit of an explore over here. Nothing in the trees. Okay. It's time for me to end here. I really goddamn enjoyed this game a bunch. This has been a lot of fun. Not a terribly popular game that I can see for this stream. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the show and you want to see these sorts of things in the future or see me, whatever, by all means give me a follow. Always makes me feel better, always makes me smile. It's the best way to catch these shows, as I said, in the future as well. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.